So the next one is called Rhizobium. Rhizobium forms little nodules on plants' roots. It honestly looks a little bit like root knot nematode
It
damage,
does.
but it puts these little knots on the roots, literally pulling nitrogen gas out of the air, converting it to a usable fertilizer to the plant. A lot of people will inoculate their legumes with Rhizobium because legumes, so like peas, beans, things like that, they naturally are nitrogen fixing. And don't they somehow create their own rhizobium in some way, Zach? How does that work? Do you
So
remember?
I will look after we record this. I will look for a article that shows it because this is one of the coolest things that
It's so
and you
cool.
can watch it microscopically happen. So basically the roots invite the rhizobium over. So they put out these little tiny like fine root hairs that exude something that the rhizobium like. And then the rhizobium kind of like sting the root hairs. It's very similar to how root knot
Hmm.
nematodes work, but it's doing something
But there's an
symbiotic.
exchange. Yeah, there's a
100%.
symbiotic exchange.
So they put out the little root hairs, they attract the rhizobium over, then the rhizobium infect like the end of that root. And the end of the root then curls on itself and forms the little nodule because what the rhizobium need to make a bunch of nitrogen is a low oxygen environment, which the root creates. So they make a little, that's what the nodules are, is they keep the oxygen low. So the rhizobium are happy. The rhizobium in turn trades nitrogen that they're fixing from the, I think from the air and
From the
from the,
air.
yeah. So it's a super cool thing. You can, like I said, you can see these things happening microscopically. So I'm going to see if I can find something. We'll attach it to the show notes.
And so essentially, these are the little guys that make cover cropping with peas and beans so effective, is because they help bring nitrogen into the soil. So it's really cool. It's really neat. I wanted to give one, I think it would fall into a bacteria category. Correct me if I'm wrong, Zach. A kind of honorable mention, which is Azospirillum, because it wasn't on this list, but it's very
That sounds like
similar
a
to this.
bacteria.
It's very similar to this, very similar to Rhizobium. It is a bacteria that helps like the plant uptake nitrogen better. I don't know a heck of a lot about Azospirillum. It's a fairly new one to me. I know that some people will use it as a foliar, and then you can also do it like in a compost tea and stuff like that.
And you could do it as a root drench too, because basically a lot of times, so or like a root dip is maybe a better way to say it. So a lot of times when strawberry farmers are getting bare root plants or something like that, they will dip the plant in
Hmm.
something to kind of inoculate those roots, like we were talking about earlier. Azospirillum's a really good one there. And the cool thing about azospirillum, so there are times where people will inoculate with rhizobium. Largely that is on legume plants.
Hmm.
So a lot of times peanut farmers and things like that, people are growing peas and beans, they will inoculate with rhizobium to just make sure that they're getting as much free nitrogen as they can. Azospirillum does not have like a specific relationship with like a certain plant family the same way. So azospirillum is nice because no matter what, even if it's not going to form the rhizobium nodules, it will then put a little nitrogen into your soil.